Layer 1, this is a rough draft. I don't really have an idea at this point. I'm just dropping stuff down. I wanted to be something about TV. Okay, you'll notice the movement in the software. It allows me to move each part in case I draw it too high, too low. You'll notice the two TVs. Again, this is just sketching to get the base idea down. Now the reason I put curlers in her hair is to represent a little bit of old school. Alright, now we're moving to layer 2. You'll notice I thinned out the opacity on the first layer because I don't want it to overpower the second draft I'm doing here. And again, it's still just a draft. Refining her a little bit. Gotta make sure you have the eyelashes for the woman. You can see I'm thinking of new stuff as I go along, like the bracket pulled from the wall. Okay, we're going to do a layer 3 refine. Now on these rough sketches, I've done as many as 5 or 6, so I just get it to the point where I'm okay with it. So you'll notice I'm getting a little more detailed with it, fleshing out the characters a little bit more. Getting just a little bit, and that's what this is about. You have to start basic and work yourself up. A lot of people, I mean, if you want to go do like your alphabet right, A, B, C, D, E, you've got to go through the letters to get to Z in order to do it right. Same thing with drawing. You have to start at your idea and work to your idea. So a lot of people have an idea in their head and they try to draw that idea down on paper the first time. You're going to end up with a better product if you build up on it. Don't be afraid to change your mind. You can see me defining it just a little bit more. Now when it's ink, this is a little more towards the end, even though we're not quite yet there on this one. Okay, the benefit of this software is the fact that you can redefine it as much as you want. So, now as I'm going through here, right about this point, I'm realizing that I'm not liking the chair setup. I don't like the little dog or cat, whatever you care to call that. When I'm doing this part of the TV, I realize, there's something else I want to do there. So I don't do it here. I'm going to wait for my next redefine. And then right here, you'll notice the bracket on the wall. I don't like the way that looks at the bottom of the bracket. So, of course, we always make up stuff along the way. That's where Mr. Spider comes from. And again, you'll notice me going to more eyes and no eyelid for the woman. Redefine with curling. Okay, and then here we go. We're going to number 5 layer. This is another redefine. I'm going to go in and clean up my stuff. Now for when you're putting this stuff like in a magazine or you're going to print this, especially smaller, the line strokes I'm using here are way too small. This is meant to be printed at a slightly larger size, so I'm not so worried about, you'll see me change my idea right there. I'm not so worried about the thin lines in this case. This will get colored. And but if I was drawing it like for a publication or web, I probably wouldn't get so detailed because a lot of the details would get lost. But the line work is small, so if you plan on printing it on a shirt or you plan on doing your design on cards or something, make sure you have broader line strokes. See how thin that outer line is? That would be a pain in the neck if I tried to put this thing on a shirt. I would have to create a background to isolate it. So thicker lines if you plan on doing some fancy printing with it. A young lady over in Utah requested that I do something like this, so that's why I'm doing this video. Her daughter likes my drawings and asked if I'd do one of these. But my sketch. So when I went to college, my teacher hammered that into us. I mean, we were doing marketing material, and she made us draft. So you'll notice me change the spring right here. So, same way I did towards the bottom of the chair. So, So again, adding little details as you go along. This is about refinement. Now I could go back in and refine this one more time, but I'm okay with this idea right now. You'll notice me change the eye structure on the dog here. I wanted a more square look to separate him from the humans. There is a method to my madness. Now watch what I do with the electrical socket here in the cord. This is what I saw last time that I'm correcting now. Decided to refine the cord a little more. You'll notice me change this bracket too. Now periodically you're going to see me, the lines look like auto straighten or auto line themselves. That's because there's a tool here that lets you refine the stroke. And I periodically turn it on and off depending on what I'm doing. You'll notice me change the whole wall and bracket here. So just refining it a little bit. So I'm going to go in and refine the lady a little bit more. I'm kind of okay with the lady. There's a little bit too much going on in here, but that's fine. We'll leave it. Work the idea through. There you go.